Welcome to The Human Curious. If you love exploring mysteries and uncovering the secrets of our world, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like to join our curious community. For millennia, the Great Pyramids of Giza have stood as silent sentinels on the edge of the desert. Their immense scale and perfect geometry have long been seen as monuments to the pharaohs' eternal tombs guiding kings into the afterlife. This story is etched into our history books, accepted as truth. But what if this is not the whole story? The official narrative speaks of ramps, ropes, and human effort, but anomalies persist. The construction's precision baffles modern engineers. The internal design defies the logic of a simple tomb. These questions spark a radical possibility. What if the pyramid was not a monument of death, but a machine of life? The Giza Plateau draws millions, all awed by the Great Pyramid, the last of the seven wonders still standing. Over 2 million stone blocks, some weighing 80 tons, were placed with breathtaking mathematical precision. The alternative to the tomb theory is almost too vast to comprehend, yet doubts remain, whispering of a deeper secret. We are invited to consider a new perspective, one that redefines the pyramid's ultimate purpose. What if the Great Pyramid's mysterious chambers and passageways were never meant for a mummy, but for something active, not passive? Today we embark on a journey to explore a controversial theory that the Great Pyramid was an advanced power station. Was it built by a civilization with scientific knowledge lost to history? Let's look beyond the accepted dogma and unlock the riddle of stone. The evidence may change everything we think we know about ancient Egypt. The tomb theory is powerful, but it leaves behind unanswered questions. The king's chamber contains a large, lidless coffer, often called a sarcophagus, but it was found empty. No mummy, no burial goods, no evidence of a royal internment. The explanation of ancient looting is problematic. The passages were sealed with massive granite plugs. There are no hieroglyphic texts or decorations inside the Great Pyramid, unusual for a pharaoh's tomb. The interior feels more industrial than sacred. The construction's precision is astonishing. Casing stones fitted so tightly a razor blade can't slip between them, and the structure is aligned to true north with uncanny accuracy. How did a civilization with only copper tools achieve this? The official explanations, armies of laborers and primitive methods, seem inadequate to many engineers. The empty coffer, lack of inscriptions, and complex internal layout all point to something else. The pyramid's design looks less like a tomb and more like a sophisticated machine. These anomalies have led independent researchers to seek another answer. To understand the Great Pyramid, perhaps we must stop thinking of it as a monument, and start thinking of it as a device. The cracks in the official story are growing. What was the true purpose of the Great Pyramid? Enter the Giza Power Plant theory, a radical proposal that seeks to explain the pyramid's mysteries in a single framework. Engineer Christopher Dunn suggests the Great Pyramid was not a tomb, but a massive acoustic device. He argues it was designed to harness Earth's natural energies and convert them into usable power, possibly microwave energy. This theory reimagines the pyramid as ancient technology, not just architecture. Dunn claims every feature, from the subterranean chamber to the granite-lined king's chamber, served a specific engineering function. Materials like limestone and granite were chosen for their unique properties. The pyramid was not symbolic but functional, built to generate and transmit energy. Mainstream Egyptology disputes this, but the theory challenges our understanding of the ancient world. It suggests a lost chapter of history where technology rivaled our own. The pyramid's purpose, not to serve a king in death, but to power a living civilization. In the next sections, we'll unpack how this theory works, step by step. The evidence is in the stones, waiting to be reinterpreted. The king's chamber, deep within the pyramid, holds a stark granite coffer, often called Khufu's sarcophagus. Yet, when explorers entered, it was empty. No mummy, no treasure, no funerary equipment. The coffer's vacancy is a profound anomaly for the tomb theory. Some say it was looted, but the sealed passages and lack of evidence for forced entry raise doubts. The coffer is too large to fit through the passages, meaning it was placed during construction, an integral part of the design. Its interior is crudely finished, unlike the perfection expected for a king's resting place. Why would the most powerful man's tomb be so plain and utilitarian? The coffer feels more like an industrial component than a sacred coffin. Its presence, vacancy, and design challenge the tomb theory. Was it meant to hold something else? Or was it part of a larger mechanical process? The empty box at the pyramid's heart is a major crack in the official story. It compels us to seek alternative explanations. What was its true purpose? Another anomaly. The Great Pyramid's complete lack of hieroglyphic inscriptions. In other royal tombs, walls are covered with elaborate texts and paintings to guide the king in the afterlife. The Great Pyramid's inner chambers are bare. No religious texts, no cartouches, no decoration. This silence is a stark deviation from Egyptian burial customs. The only markings are crude red ochre graffiti in small relieving chambers, work crew names, not royal proclamations. Egyptologists point to these as proof of Khufu's ownership, but skeptics remain. There's no grand inscription declaring this the tomb of King Khufu. The pharaoh's presence is conspicuously absent from his supposed resting place. The structure is grand outside but impersonal and functional within. It feels designed for a purpose, not for a person. The bare walls suggest a focus on material properties and geometry, not religious iconography. If it doesn't look or act like a tomb, perhaps it wasn't a tomb at all. The silence of the stones demands a new interpretation. The Great Pyramid's construction presents a baffling anomaly. Its precision challenges our understanding of Bronze Age technology. The pyramid's base is an almost perfect square, oriented to the cardinal directions with incredible accuracy. Composed of 2.3 million stones, many precisely cut, the Tura limestone casing stones were fitted with joints 1/50th of an inch thick. Granite blocks, some weighing 80 tons, were transported from Aswan, lifted and placed with millimeter precision. This has led researchers to propose advanced technology beyond simple tools. This precision challenges the narrative of primitive construction. Was the pyramid a testament to a lost civilization's technological prowess, a machine with a purpose we are only beginning to imagine? The Giza Power Plant theory connects the pyramid directly to Earth's energies. The pyramid, according to this theory, was a dynamic machine drawing power from the Earth. Christopher Dunn suggests a high-pressure water source, diverted from the Nile, created a water hammer effect in the subterranean chamber. This pulsing water created low-frequency vibrations throughout the limestone bedrock. The Giza Plateau vibrated in sync, turning the ground into a constant energy source. The pyramid was strategically placed to absorb the Earth's seismic energy, amplified by the pump system below. The subterranean chamber, the engine room, maximized vibrational impact. The pyramid was acoustically coupled with the planet, using Earth's vibrations as its fundamental frequency. This transformed the pyramid into an active structure, humming with generated and natural power, drawing energy like a tree drawing water. The Queen's Chamber, according to the power plant theory, played a critical role in amplifying vibrations. Its unique shape and dimensions were precisely calculated to function as a resonant cavity. Much like a guitar body amplifies vibrations, the Queen's Chamber amplified the bass frequency. The gabled ceiling focused acoustic energy. Mineral salts found on the walls may have been byproducts of a chemical reaction. The shafts may have delivered chemicals into the chamber. Copper handles could be remnants of electrodes controlling a chemical process. The Queen's Chamber was a vital component, amplifying energy for the next stage. The power plant theory proposes the Queen's Chamber's vibrations drove a chemical process. Two shafts acted as pipelines, delivering zinc chloride and hydrochloric acid. Mixing in the chamber, these chemicals triggered a reaction, producing hydrogen gas. This hydrogen production is key, providing fuel to be ignited in the pyramid's power core. The chamber was a gas generator, using acoustic energy to control the reaction. Zinc oxide residue coated the walls, consistent with findings today. The process converted vibrational energy into chemical energy. The hydrogen gas rose, channeled through the horizontal passage and Grand Gallery. The Grand Gallery was a conduit for hydrogen gas, leading to the King's Chamber. The hydrogen was the machine's lifeblood, fuel for its combustion engine. This theory connects the pyramid's features into a functional narrative. The Great Pyramid was filled with volatile fuel, generated internally, setting the stage for energy conversion. Quick icebreaker. What's the most mind-blowing ancient mystery you've ever heard of? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation started. The hydrogen gas would have filled the King's Chamber, the pyramid's primary power core. This chamber is built from massive blocks of Aswan granite, critical to the power plant theory. Granite contains quartz crystals with a special property known as piezoelectricity. When quartz is subjected to mechanical pressure or intense sound waves, it generates an electrical voltage. The King's Chamber was a massive piezoelectric transducer. The pyramid focused amplified vibrations directly onto this chamber, causing the granite blocks to resonate powerfully. This acoustic pressure would have stressed the quartz crystals, causing them to produce electricity. The chamber was a solid-state power converter, transforming mechanical vibrations into electrical energy. This electrical energy would have interacted with the hydrogen gas, stimulating it into a high-energy plasma state. The granite coffer was a waveguide, tuned to collect and focus this energy. The king's chamber was the ultimate expression of the pyramid's purpose. The Grand Gallery, one of the most breathtaking spaces inside the Great Pyramid, is reinterpreted by the power plant theory as a brilliant multifunctional piece of acoustic engineering. Its long, high, core-belled walls were not designed for the passage of a sarcophagus or a procession of mourners. Instead, they formed a massive sound box, designed to channel and amplify the acoustic energy traveling from the Queen's chamber up to the King's chamber. As the hydrogen gas flowed up its length, the gallery would have also been filled with the resonant hum of the entire pyramid structure, a sound that originated from the subterranean pump room. Along the sides of the gallery run 2 ramps with 27 pairs of slots carved into them. The official explanation for these slots is that they held wooden beams used in the process of hauling the granite plugs into place. However, the power plant theory offers a different and more dynamic purpose. Christopher Dunn proposes that these slots held a series of acoustic resonators, perhaps made of wood or metal, which were precisely tuned. As the sound from below echoed up the gallery, these resonators would have vibrated in sympathy, each at a specific frequency. The gallery was not just a passage for sound, it was an instrument for tuning it. The combined effect of these resonators would have been to convert the single, low-frequency hum from below into a complex and powerful chord of sound. The Grand Gallery acted as a frequency converter, absorbing the bass sound and re-emitting it as a collection of harmonics, all directed with incredible precision towards the king's chamber. The corbelled granite walls, stepping inward as they rise, would have focused this complex soundscape, preventing chaotic echoes and concentrating the acoustic energy. The gallery was a sophisticated acoustic filter and amplifier, preparing the sonic energy for its final purpose in the power core. This interpretation provides a compelling functional reason for the gallery's unique and complex design. Every element, from its steep angle and great height to the corbelled walls and the mysterious side slots, served a specific engineering purpose. It was the soundboard of the pyramid, collecting, filtering, and amplifying the machine's vibrational power. It ensured that the energy arriving at the king's chamber was not just powerful, but was also at the correct set of frequencies needed to drive the piezoelectric effect and excite the hydrogen fuel. The gallery was a masterpiece of acoustic design, essential for the power plant's operation. Once the energy was converted into its final form within the king's chamber, a powerful microwave signal resonating within a hydrogen plasma, the final step was to collect and transmit it. The theory proposes that the so-called star shafts leading out of the king's chamber were not for the king's soul to ascend to the heavens. Instead, they were waveguides, precisely aimed conduits designed to channel the microwave energy out of the power core. The northern shaft would have acted as an input waveguide, perhaps drawing in a priming signal, while the southern shaft acted as the primary output, beaming the collected energy towards the pyramid's apex. This focused beam of microwave energy would then have been directed to the very top of the pyramid. It is widely believed that the Great Pyramid was once crowned with a capstone or pyramidion, which is now missing. The power plant theory speculates that this capstone was not made of ordinary stone, but was plated in gold, an excellent electrical conductor. This golden capstone would have acted as the pyramid's primary antenna. It would collect the focused microwave energy from the king's chamber and broadcast it outwards, making it available for use by the surrounding civilization. The pyramid was not just a generator, it was also a transmission tower. This transmitted energy could have been used for a variety of purposes. It could have powered sophisticated tools for cutting and shaping stone, explaining the incredible precision seen in ancient Egyptian artifacts. It could have been used to light temples and cities without the need for torches, which would explain the curious lack of soot found in many ancient tombs and passages. This wireless power could have been received by smaller obelisks or other devices that acted as local receivers, stepping down the energy for practical use. The pyramid was the central power station for a highly advanced, electrically powered society. This final step completes the Giza power plant theory, transforming the Great Pyramid from a silent tomb into a fully functional machine with a clear purpose. Every major feature, from the subterranean chamber to the golden capstone, is assigned a specific role in a logical engineering sequence. The theory proposes that the pyramid harnessed the Earth's vibrations, converted them through acoustic and piezoelectric processes, and transmitted the resulting energy wirelessly to power a civilization. It is a radical vision that challenges our entire understanding of the past, suggesting that the ancients were not primitive, but were masters of a lost science of energy. If the Great Pyramid of Giza was a power plant, was it the only one? Proponents suggest Giza was the centerpiece of an interconnected system. This transforms Giza into a component of a potential worldwide energy grid. This invites us to look beyond Egypt for echoes of this design in other ancient sites. This points to other pyramid structures worldwide. One intriguing site is Gunung Padang in Indonesia. Some claim it's a man-made structure with hidden chambers, dating back 20,000 years. The idea of a global network suggests a widespread ancient civilization. This lost civilization established a grid of power stations across the world. It paints a picture of a more connected and technologically advanced ancient world. The mystery of Giza becomes a global mystery. The theory of a global power network connects to the idea of ley lines, alignments of ancient sites and landscape features. Proponents suggest ancient sites like the Great Pyramid were placed at specific intersection points on this global energy grid, considered natural energy hotspots. This connects ancient wonders into a single system where sites serve different functions within this vast energy grid. Though not supported by mainstream science, the idea persists, offering a unified explanation for ancient mysteries. Are these connections real or patterns we impose? Were they once part of a planetary machine? It's crucial to understand that the Giza power plant theory exists outside mainstream academic consensus. Most Egyptologists reject this hypothesis, citing a lack of archaeological evidence for advanced machinery or electrical systems within the Great Pyramid. The official story is built upon decades of research and translation of ancient texts, pointing to the pyramids as tombs. Mainstream science explains anomalies raised by the power plant theory. The precision of the stonework is attributed to the genius and labor force of the ancient Egyptians, using simple tools. The empty coffer is explained by tomb robbing. The academic world points to textual evidence describing Egyptian funerary beliefs. Quarry marks bearing Khufu's name tie the structure directly to the king. From the perspective of mainstream science, the power plant theory selectively interprets evidence while ignoring contextual evidence. The consensus remains that the pyramids are monuments of faith, not a lost chapter of advanced technology. The Giza power plant theory continues to captivate the public imagination. Its persistence speaks to a deep-seated human desire to believe that there is more to our history than we have been told. The sheer scale and precision of the pyramid feel, to many, disproportionate to the simple function of a tomb. The idea of it being a machine provides a sense of purpose that seems to match the incredible effort that went into its construction. It encourages people to look at the world's greatest ancient mystery with fresh eyes. Ultimately, the debate is about how we construct our understanding of the past. The mystery of the Great Pyramid continues to inspire radical questions. What if? So where does this journey leave us, standing at the foot of these colossal monuments? We are faced with two profoundly different visions of our own past. One, the established narrative, backed by decades of archaeological research, tells us that the Great Pyramids of Giza were magnificent tombs for kings. The other, a radical theory, asks us to see the pyramid not as a monument to death, but as an engine of life. It reimagines this ancient wonder as a highly advanced machine, a power station that harnessed the very pulse of the Earth to fuel a lost civilization with wireless energy. Ultimately, the chasm between these two viewpoints remains vast. The Great Pyramid, therefore, remains a paradox. Perhaps in the end, the true power of the Great Pyramid is not electrical or spiritual but intellectual. Whether it was a tomb for a king or a machine for a forgotten age, it serves as a timeless catalyst for wonder. The final truth, for now, remains locked away within the ancient stones of the Giza Plateau. Thanks for watching The Human Curious. If you enjoyed this journey, please subscribe, share with your friends, and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. Stay curious.